Hi, good morning, everyone. If you'd like to speak on public participation and public comment deal, please sign up to do so. I got a couple this morning. There should be some on that desk up there. But I got a few already.
He's here?
Yes, sir.
Are y'all done?
One of these. One of these done.
Joe, how are you doing? I need something.
Yeah, he's he said he's in Texas or stuff. Yeah, he was stuck on it.
Need somebody?
This is what the sheriff is.
What's a dent in the building?
Thanks, sir.
Welcome to the Broadworks Collaboration Center. For help.
All right, good morning, everyone. We'll get started. If you would like to address Commissioner's Court and public comment, be sure to sign up. If you'd like to address an agenda on the item or just address the court in general. So we'll get started with this morning's meeting. If you'll please stand, we'll have a prayer and a pledge. Commissioner Ward.
Let us pray. Our Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this beautiful day you've given us. Lord, we know every good and perfect gift comes from you. We thank you for it. We thank you for the lives that we enjoy and the place that we live. We ask your blessing upon our county and each and every resident, for each and every one that is here this morning. Lord, we pray your blessings on the proceedings today. And Lord, we pray for wisdom and knowledge to make decisions that are in the best interest of those we serve. We ask, Lord, that you would continue to send rain. We thank you for the rains that you've sent. Pray that all the springs will be restored, wells will be replenished. Pray that the ponds will be filled. And we thank you for what you're going to do. And we pray for unity. Pray, Lord, that you would unite us in a common effort to better our community. And we ask this all in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. We'll call the meeting to order at 9:07. Noting that Commissioner Ferrick's not present for today's meeting. All right. Public comments. Let's start with Sarah Terrasas. on the road and bridge deal. Would you like to address the court right quick?
Yes, good morning, Judge.
Morning.
On behalf of the city of Spofford, we want to say thank you so much for the work.
Please, I can't. Yeah.
They want you to come speak into the microphone for some of my.
Okay, I'll start over. Good morning. On behalf of the city of Spofford, I just want to say thank you so much for the work that was done in Spofford. It's way overdue. It had been years since we hadn't had our streets clean. Everything was really overgrown. And even though this new council was trying to tackle it, it was too much for us. So for y'all to bring in your equipment, your manpower, the guys did an awesome job. If y'all get a chance, please go out there and look at our streets. We're very appreciative.
Went through there yesterday. Looked good.
What was that?
Went through yesterday. Looked good.
Oh, yes, sir. They did an awesome job. Thank you, Mr. Montalvo, for supervising that job. As a citizen of Spofford, though, I do want to say that Spofford means a lot to us. To me, my family, we have generations. And so we're there to, our purpose is to continue to protect and to care for our community. So to see that support coming from the commissioners and from the judge, really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alex Solis. Morning.
Well, my sister kind of took the words out of my mouth, but I'll add a little bit to that. But yeah, I thank y'all. This means a lot to the family, the Solis Cervantes family. Y'all know we didn't come here 15 years ago to exploit Spofford. We've been here since the turn of the century, and we love it, and that's home. Feel like Geronimo did at the desert, so we're going to protect it as much as we can. And we truly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate y'all helping us out with that. No doubt. It looks great. Hadn't looked that good in years. I've got some pictures here, what it looked prior to that. And there is some of us that are proud of that. I know there's some people that are upset because of that happened. I don't understand why they would, but they are. Anyway, another note, how about the rain? When we take care of Mama Nature will take care of us, guys. Thank y'all.
Thanks, sir. Dee Dee Brown.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here in support of the resolution that the commissioners and the judge drafted to oppose the transmission line that has several routes coming through Kinney County. I don't think it would have anything good to offer this community, and I'm just here to support the resolution. Thank you.
Thank you. Gage Brown.
Hi, good morning, y'all. Thank you for giving me a chance to speak. I'm also here in support of the resolution to oppose the high voltage transmission line coming through Kinney County, all routes coming through Kinney County. Because the route 111 going through Spofford, I know there are a couple of airstrips in Spofford. There's also watershed throughout this county that this could pollute if any chemicals are leaching into the groundwater. This thing would be 14 stories high, so we know it would interfere with birds. We have a couple of endangered bird species, black-capped vireo and golden cheek warbler. There are many routes, proposed routes going through the north and central part of the county, north of 90, and all that territory, that's habitat for the Montezuma quail, Texas horn lizards, Mexican black bear, Texas tortoise, turbush fisher cactus. All those are sensitive species that this project would destroy their habitat. There's also on the 20th, Texas Parks and Wildlife had a meeting, and On their agenda was a proposal for a new state park, which would be the second largest state park in Texas, Moody Silver Lake Branch. And routes 87, 88, 93, and 116 intersect that prospective park, which I've seen in just a short time it's been proposed, an outpouring of support from landowners and citizens of Kinney County alike, to protect that land, and leave it unspoiled. And this project would just be an irreversible stain on our landscape, and I oppose it by all means. So I support y'all's resolution, and I thank you for drafting it.
Okay. I do have an email from Troy Hibbets addressing item 4S as well, the transmission line resolution. He asked me to read it this morning. It says, Commissioners, I apologize for not being present to present my concerns in person. I've had examined the various proposed routes of the Solis Howard transmission line project, Fort Stockton to San Antonio, and have serious concerns about the proposed seating of the entire project. While I recognize the need for stable, accessible energy sources, particularly in our increasingly high-tech society, I also feel that such a project should minimize disturbance of natural landscapes and habitat. And you don't do that by seating a 200-foot wide or more right-of-way across undisturbed natural lands. From a natural lands perspective, seating these transmission lines alongside already disturbed right-of-ways such as I-10 and US 90 would be more sensible, particularly as such a route would facilitate access for inevitable repair and upkeep. Under the various proposed routes, access may require many miles of road building. Any repairs would likely require hours of driving on roads far from existing highways. In addition, many of these proposed routes would negatively impact populations of threatened species such as black-cape sparrows, golden cheek warblers, necessitating further condensation in compliance with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. In regards to specific routes proposed through Kinney County, forcing lines as far south as possible will be preferred over other options, at least in terms of protecting natural landscapes and habitats, as these areas represent our most disturbed habitats, former natural grasslands heavily impacted by brush and erosion. Even the proposed routes present problems are mentioned above. Rather than citing these routes along existing right-of-ways for ease of access, they propose cutting across rural landscape, and I support the proposed resolution from the Kinney County Commissioners Court advocating for a route that bypasses Kinney County. Quite frankly, AEP should be encouraged to take the entire proposal back to the drawing board and to coordinate with stakeholders and all the counties involved to develop a proposal that minimizes the natural lands, landscapes, and private landlords. Thanks, or sincerely, Troy Hibbets. So that's Mr. Hibbets addressing item 4S this morning as well. Richard Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez.
Good morning. My name is Richard Gonzalez. I've lived here in town for a while. My ancestors have always lived here, around, not just at Bracketville. And I'm here today because, I haven't been to these meetings. I'm a retired police officer. I worked for 31 years, retired from the San Jose Police Department in California. I worked for small agencies also as well before I first started, kind of like Bracketville. And I understand there's always issues that come up. And I owe it to myself in reflecting at my service as a gratitude to my family and my friends, because over that time, I had to make some pretty tough decisions, as we all do in life. But in law enforcement, if you see a buddy that you trust, he's your friend. He's been a friend for a long time. When they're doing something wrong, or they're not doing it right, or they're just not doing something they should do, who's going to call it to their attention? And finally, you have to. It has to come from within and say, you know what? I have to say something. I have to do something. because you can't just let idly stand by and hope things work out. Because sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. They just continue or they get worse. So a lot of these issues that I've been seeing in, in the audits and different things or failures within the county, and we all have issues. But we need to all work together and we need to do something as opposed to say something because it's time to actually do something before some issues get out of control. And we need to include the people that live here because it affects us all. These things, in government affect everybody in the county. So this is my first time coming, but I will come here many more times and hopefully be involved in a different way. I don't want to lead. I'm doing plenty of other things. So you guys need to do your job. That's all that I'm here for. And hopefully to inspire you to do it. And sometimes we have to take difficult steps, about our own friends, because there are plenty of people here that live in a county, and we're all relying on you to make those right decisions. And because if you don't make them, we'll just vote you out. Plain and simple. And if I was there, I'd want somebody to vote me out if I was failing to do my job. So hopefully, stand up, make the right decisions, and we'll stand behind you even firmer. Thank you very much.
All right, that's all I have for public comment this morning. We'll get into the minute or the meeting. We'll start off with our reports, departmental reports, item 3. Kinney County agent. While we're on the county agent's part, looking at his report that he's provided, I'll take time to say congratulations to Commissioner Dotson. He was recognized last night at the banquet as 4-H Friend of the Year for Kinney County 4-H Club. Commissioner Dotson and D&D Hardware. County Aging Center. County Attorney.
Well, not too much today. This month we've brought in about 19,000 in court costs and fines. It's like total for this year, we're looking at about 200,000 we brought in overall so far. But other than that, not much else to report.
Okay, thanks, sir. Auditor. Cheryl, you on the line? Clerk has provided an attachment for us regarding accounts clerk. Community Center, nothing to report there. We have at the 4-H banquet last night there on the west side. It worked out really nice. Oh, Aging Center for Fort Kentucky. Constable Earwood. Thanks, sir. Warden Taro, Detention Center. Morning.
So our
Currently county is 386 and our ADP is 388. So
Okay.
so I wanted to present something for you. So last time I was unable to be here. I was in Denver. I go to ACA convention. So American Correctional Association is the highest standards of the city can have. So I had to go up there and present on behalf of the Kinney County Detention Center. And so we were awarded our certificate. So it's the highest standard any facility can get. And so I want to present this to the county.
Thank you. Thank you. It says the American Correctional Association and the Commission of Accreditation for Corrections Award accreditation to the Geo Group Incorporated, Kinney County Detention Center, Bracketville, Texas, 2025 through 2028, in recognition of the attainment of excellence in the operation of adult correctional institution, presented the 23rd day of August, 2025. So thank you. Thanks. Congratulations, John. Thank y'all for your relationship. EMC.
As most of you know, the ID card thing was supposed to be this week, got pushed back to October 28th to the 29th. So fire, sheriff's department, and EMS will be priority ones again. Next week on Monday, I gotta go to Carrizo. They're having a water finance exchange summit. So I'm gonna go to that, see what it can benefit for our county. Our rain, I've heard from half an inch to an inch throughout the county, so nothing severe. But around the surrounding areas, they got pretty much a lot of rain. Anything for me? All right.
Thanks, sir.
Deuces.
EMS. Nick.
So our monthly report for the month of August. So in August, we had a total of 33 calls. 21 of those were transports, 12 were non-transports. Out of the ones we transported, 6 went to Uvalde and 15 went to Valor. The patients were flown out. We didn't have any calls that were border related. We did have 6 second calls though, so that's been a little high the last couple of months. Back in May, we had 6, June, we had 3, and July and August, we had 6. In other news, our new cardiac monitor, the LifePak 35, was delivered last week. That was one of the monitors Carla was able to get us through. They're coming out Wednesday to set it up, and then the following Wednesday, they're going to do the implementation when they do all the IT stuff to get it integrated with our equipment, and then it should be on the truck and operational shortly after that. Only other thing is next commissioner's board, I won't be here because I'll be at a conference, but I'll have one of the other people. So, any questions?
Monitor that we got the other day, that's 1 of 2, right?
Yeah, we're trying to get 2. Yes, sir. So
2 ambulances, they'll both be in the ambulances.
Yeah, they'll be replacing the ones that are about the end of their life cycle. So, all right, thank you all very much.
All right, thank you. Grant updates, Ms. Westbrook. She's attached to grant update for us, Stone Garden, School Resource Officer, Operation Lone Star, Local Border Security, and the grant application is pending. Indigent healthcare. County Judge's Office, you can see the monthly report for us. Again, most of our money intake is the monthly, rental fees and stuff for the private use of the community center. And a couple of certificates of compliance and no sewer permits. Justice of the peace. So I get that at the next meeting. The library has a report for us. And they're here this morning. If they'd like to speak or just. Okay. Road and Bridge report has provided their monthly report for September, for August. Kinney County Sheriff Cody.
Good morning. I can read my writing in good shape. The other night, or the other afternoon, they ended up catching a smuggler. It's our first one since February. So I think we're doing a pretty good job of keeping that stuff down. Maverick County and Denver County. Last month, we served 30 warrants. Covered a body at the head gates the other day. No identification on him. He'd been in the water for several days. He was sent off for an autopsy. They were to confirm his identity. Currently, we have, as of today, we'll have 47 in jail. 40 in Medina County, and we've got 4 currently in Perry County, which is up close to the Panhandle. We'll probably have 3 more headed that way this afternoon. We got 15 others awaiting transport around the state at this way, so we get all the paperwork done. Last month, we had 18 transports. 7 of them were out of county pickups that we had to go pick up, and 11 were OLS that we took to Medina. So the transport costs are getting ready to go up because we did 3,700 miles last month just on transport, which comes out to about close to $1,000 in fuel, $3,000 in salary. So we're trying to keep a close tab on that and see what we can be reimbursed from OLS on. Transport fuel, our daily cost right now for the total is about $18.40 a day for what we're having to pay for out county housing. We've got on the agenda today for Goliad County, which would be a help because our life host military county. We do have one that needs to be picked up in Caldwell County, which is up in the Panhandle. It's a local warrant. So I'm going to reach out to I'm going to have to reach out to the transport company because it's a 9-hour trip one way. So we'll reach out to the transport company, see how soon they can get you. I figured $800-900 max on transport. Any question? Yes, sir.
Well, you had 18, are they local guys?
For the cost?
Oh, usually you have.
Of the 47 we have in custody, 10 of them are local warrants.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. Thanks, Sheriff. Tax assessor? Nobody. County treasurer, she's provided a report for us this morning on the funds that she's received during the month of August. where those funds originated from. All right. Free lunch. Have your girlfriend? Nope. But you can see the activity there in the treasurer's office and where it came from. Part of the checks and balances system as we get money. She gets the money from the JP court or from the clerk's office or from the library or from the nutrition center and so forth. They provide those reports to us, their monthly activity, and then we can see that in the following month of activity in the treasurer's office. All right. Item 4A, it is 9:33. And we'll have a public hearing. Item 4A is our public hearing on the 2025-2026 proposed budget for Kinney County pursuant to local government code 11.007. Discuss and review and change or amend the 2026 budget. Discuss and review, change or amend salaries, expenses, and other allowances of elected county and precinct offices pursuant to local government 152013. So, also have a public hearing at the same time on the tax rate being proposed. So at this time, we'll recess our Commissioners Court meeting and we'll have a public hearing. Anyone like to speak on behalf or regarding budget, proposed budget that was presented and the tax rate? The proposed budget, we are now on our third revision of the proposed budget. So the first budget that was presented or posted on August the 15th, the law was did not include the auditor's office. Since then, she has provided a budget for her office. So that's part of the changes there. And then we've gone back through it, worked other stuff and everything. But one thing that the budget is going to put a squeeze on is you're going to have to postpone the work at the Little League field. We're going to postpone that another year, working at the Little League field. So that's not something that we want to hear, but financially, we're just going to postpone that. One on a good note there, though, the Moody Foundation has notified us that they're going to award us $75,000 to help pay for the expenses of the Little League field. So that puts our outside donations or outside donated money, grant, whatever, up to $96,000 so far on the Little League to help with the overage there. As you know, the Parks and Wildlife grant's about $748,000, right around in there, and it's a matching 1-in-1. As a court, we've agreed to match that, but to build the two facilities with synthetic turf to help with water consumption and zero landscaping, the overage with the lighting and the concession stand and everything, that's just about a $1.2 million overage. So we're working on outside funds to help offset that. But instead of tackling that this year in the budget, we're going to postpone that one more year. Did this third revision get posted to the webpage or no?
No, sir. The one that's posted online is the
First one.
the first one.
Tax rate. Tax rate will be a little bit less than last year, not much, but a little bit. Yeah, that's what it is. Two pages. And the Dental Commissioner. 3 pages. Yeah, 3 pages. All right. State legislative passed this past legislative session a taxpayer impact statement. If the budget is adopted after September the 1st, that's when this law became effective. The county has to put out a proposed budget for the 2025 fiscal year. The county intends to adopt the budget on September the 8th, which that's going to be tabled today. Our budget will be actually adopted on September 22nd. For the 2025 value of median homestead property in the county, it's $85,811. The proposed tax bill for the current fiscal year is 0.4675 per $100 value. In 2024, that made the property taxes $401.17. The estimated 2025 property tax bill for the upcoming fiscal year in the county, if the county adopts a proposed budget tax rate of 0.4672. So I told you it's going to be a little less, wasn't much, but from 4675 to 4672 per $100 value. With this median home value, they say is $85,811. That makes the taxes on that home $400.91. If the estimated property value tax for the upcoming fiscal year, if the county adopts a balanced budget funded at no new revenue tax rate, the no new revenue tax rate would have been 0.4465 per $100 value, would have made the property value taxes of the home $383.15. The estimates in this impact statement are valid only for the proposed budget and proposed tax rate for the county commissioners court discussed on September the 8th. The proposed budget and proposed tax rate may each be amended by commissioners court before their final adoption. So a little FYI for you. The auditor's budget wasn't posted, and the proposed budget, which is prepared by Judge Andrade's office, is an 86% increase in that office for next year compared to what we adopted last year. Last year was $147,898, and this year that proposed budget in that office is $275,019. That's with the another assistant auditor and another part-time assistant auditor in that office with salaries of $42,848 and $25,000. So that's a significant change in that office. We got to decide what we want to do there. But this is public comment for that part of it. So just letting y'all know this is, I received this from her on September the 2nd. Any questions or any concerns of the salaries, whatever, for the elected officials and so forth? I'll speak on my salary. There is my salary increased by about $6,200 this year, and that was because the district attorney, the district judge, and state legislative and district judges received a $35,000 pay raise. And a portion of my pay is based on the percentage of that salary, and it's a state supplement to the county. So it went from 25 something to 31.5, I believe. So I know there's been some talk about my salary, but there's a significant change there. It's a state mandate. They gave the district judges that significant pay raise across the state. And my salary is based on the state supplement from the state stuff. So that's a supplement. And then the county attorney has a state supplement also from the state on his salary, which is part of the district judge's salary, but it has another equation in there too. So his is a little bit more than mine. So that's I know there's some talk there. Any other concerns or comments during, like I said, we have not adopted the budget yet. The third revised budget, Ms. Cheryl emailed that to us Friday afternoon. We'll go through this again. That's all I can tell you. Miss Becky and I and Diane will go through this again and look at it and try to make the reference. We're trying to keep to balance the budget. We're trying to keep from taking more than 1.25 million from the savings account. Basically, the last one she handed us, she said we were looking at taking 1.9 million. So we'll go back through this again. Again, the significant changes was I'm asking to hire a part-time IT director and a part-time assistant. That whole department salary budget and everything was about $85,000 total. $425,000 total for the ambulance. Doesn't look like we're going to get any funding from USD on that. We've had the ambulance on order now for a little over a year. So the Senate in Austin, this last legislative session, they passed House Bill 3,000. 3,000? Okay, 3,000. It is a grant for rural ambulance, EMS services and stuff, but for equipment only. And we can't, if we take delivery of the ambulance now, pay for it and so forth, they won't refund us. That grant doesn't become eligible. Those funds, the application for those funds doesn't become eligible until after January 1st. Well, you can imagine the order volume of folks that are going to be ordering ambulances if we wait till then. We've already waited over a year for our current ambulance. So we went ahead and put that $425,000 in our budget. So that's part of our overage right there. And then we kept about 600,000 or so, a little more than 600,000 extra in the building maintenance and so forth to keep working on the Peterson building and keep those things. So that put us right around that $1.2 million over that we thought we were pretty comfortable with there. And visiting with Miss Diane in the treasurer's office, in the years past, we've had to divvy like 2 million or 2.2 million out of fund balance to make it balance, but we've never used it. We've always been able to streamline it throughout the year to where we used a little bit of it, but nowhere near the whole $1.5 million, 2 million, whatever it was, to make it balance it. So that made me feel a little bit better there in visiting with her. So, like I say, we'll go through this again. Those of you that are interested in it, you're welcome to get a copy of it, to request a copy of it. I would say probably maybe by, I gotta be in Valley tomorrow. Maybe by Wednesday, we'll get this new revision maybe on the webpage, Becky. After we go through it, look at it. Miss Diane's on vacation this week, so Becky and I'll sit down and hopefully the auditor will be here. She can visit with us about it too. So, we'll see. Any questions or concerns? Address everything okay for everybody? With nothing, so this has satisfied today's public hearings on both the budget and the proposed tax rate will satisfy our public hearings addressing both of those items going forward. So with that being said, and no comments, it's 9:47. We'll close those public hearings and we'll go back into regular meeting to discuss items 4C at 9:47. Discuss item C, discuss and approve salaries and other allowances to elected officials in Kinney County for the budget of 25-26. Item B, adopt the budget for 25-26. And item E, the proposed tax rate for 25-26 and the merit pay. All that has to deal with the budget and adopting the budget. We're not doing that today. So I'll entertain a motion to table items C, D, E, and F. So to September 22nd, Becky?
Yes, sir.
All right, C, D, E, and F, motion made by Commissioner Dotson. Second by Commissioner Matavo, table to September 22nd, 25. Any further discussions on any of those? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried unanimously 4-0. All right. Item G, discuss, approve, and designate the second and fourth Monday of the month for Commissioners Court for fiscal year 2025-2026. So moved by Commissioner Ward, second by Commissioner Matavo. Any further discussion on those items? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried 4-0. Would y'all like for me to go ahead and do the resolution and some of y'all young leave, or want to stay for the whole entire thing?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's jump around right quick. 4S right quick this morning. Discuss. Well, let's talk about 4R and then I'll talk about 4S. Is that fair enough? 4R, a presentation via Zoom by power engineers regarding proposed Howard Police 765 kilowatt single circuit transmission line project. Told them we were having a public meeting this morning. They were welcome to send me a Zoom link. We would join in. They don't want to meet with the public. So they said, well, we just want to meet with the commissioners. I said, well, we meet with the commissioners, we meet with the commissioners in public. So this was my third attempt. She said, well, my team it's not going to be available for Monday. Is there another day? Sure enough, September 22nd, 9:00, we have commissioners court. Crickets. Haven't heard anything from them. So just let's know where we're at on R to get us to S. Public comments ended for this on September the 3rd, I believe, right? 3rd. All right, so public comments are over. But it's going to take them a month of Sundays to get public comments figured out and all that stuff. I did attend the deal in Del Rio a few weeks ago when they had their big presentation and everything and stuff like that. And I didn't realize then that it's running two of the proposed routes are running through us out here on my mother-in-law's place. But following the big LCRA line. The big single pole line that comes through the county right now. Two routes follow it. One route is down by the railroad tracks in Spofford, follows that way. There's another route comes through us about halfway, just a little bit about past the weather ball a little bit, and then it turns and goes north out through us. And then there's 2 or 3 routes that just barely crisscross the northern end of the county up there and stuff. So item S this morning, discuss, approve, or disapprove a resolution opposing the proposed Howard Police transmission line project and its current routes through Kinney County. And that is attached in your I have it on my Becky. Y'all have it on your iPad, yes, but I should have one for us. It's fine. Here it is. Do you want me to read it or you good? Everybody good? All right. The resolution from Commissioners Court, whereas various residents of Kinney County have voiced significant concerns about the potential negative impacts of the proposed Howard Salute transmission line project and its proposed routes. And whereas these proposed routes through Kinney County may pose substantial risk to residents, businesses, and the environment within Kinney County due to potential issues such as property value decreases, environmental harm, EMF exposure, and disruption of scenic areas. And whereas Kinney County, along with other neighboring counties, have common concerns regarding the proposed routes and wish to express support for alternative options. And whereas Kinney County is dedicated to protecting its citizens' interests and region's long-term economic health and quality of life. And whereas Kinney County aims to ensure that transmission line projects include public input and minimize negative impacts on local interests. Now therefore be it resolved by the Commissioners Court of Kinney County, Texas, that Section 1, the preceding statements are adopted as true and reflect the position of Kinney County. Section 2, Kinney County formally opposes the proposed Howard Saltese transmission line project in its current routes through Kinney County. And the county judge of Kinney County is authorized to take necessary action on behalf of the county, including spending funds in the total amount of blank to oppose the routes opposed by CPS and AEP Texas and seek alternative routes to reduce risk and address community concerns. Section 4 is this resolution takes effect immediately upon its adoption, passed and approved by Kinney County, Texas. The date, it should be September. So we'll get that corrected. September the 8th, 2025.
About that.
Not here, right? All right, now.
I got a comment real quick.
Go ahead.
When I was drafting that, and brought to mind, the 391 commission.
Yes.
Under the government code, with government or local government code, I forget, chapter 391, the counties can form a 391 commission within the same call to meet and oppose projects like this and legally demand that the agencies involved meet with local stakeholders. And I believe, remember we did this when the border crisis first began. We started the 391 commission. And we can definitely look at that again as well. So we can, I can always draft something that forms another 391 commission for this specific issue and reach out to other counties. But well, the other thing is we can form a 391 commission with not only counties, but cities as well. Because when we did that for the border, we were in the same commission as Valley, and I believe it was us. I think maybe I've already out to go look at it, but we can go the same route. And what that does is, by law, the state and federal agencies involved have to meet with us to discuss the proposed route, our concerns, and require environmental impact studies and everything like that. So that is something we can look into. That doesn't require, it's not part of the public comment. It's just something we can look into as a tool to explore this more, and make sure our voices are heard and prevent something that's going to harm our citizens or county. But anyhow.
Now this was, this line and this proposal came about out of the legislative session in 2023. So it's been out there that long. I just learned that the other day that this proposal project and so forth was approved through Texas Utilities Public, was it Texas Public Utilities? Public Utilities Commission.
The final routes determined by them.
Yeah. But this came about legislation, this was approved in legislation in 2023 and so forth. So we can do what we can, entertain a motion to approve the resolution as presented with the dollar amount. Do you want to try to set aside or authorize me to say, hey, if there's the 381 commission comes about, or if there's something else, Real County set aside some funds. I don't remember how much, but I mean, we can do that to where if you'll like help pay for an environmental study, or something like that, or hold meetings or have legal counsel, as a collaborative, as a group. Everest County has passed a resolution. Real County has passed it. I believe Alberti has passed one. I don't know about Uvalde. Did they pass one? So, But so for discussion, if you want to include section 3 on there and authorize an amount that you're willing to help contribute towards it, however they come forth and say, hey, you know, a group's getting together, 381 coalition, 391 commission or whatever, and so forth. So what do you want to do there?
We probably should approve the resolution as written. And then, by the next meeting, when we have an idea of the amount of money that we would need to come up with.
Okay. So we'll you want to leave that section on the resolution, or you want to remove it, and then at next commissioners court we can say, moving forward, hey, we'll allocate we'll allocate an amount of funds. We won't leave that. We won't put that on here. We won't put to be determined. Hey, leave that open, but yeah. Brent, what do you think? Leave section 3 off and then just authorize allocate some funds. Or if somebody, if a 391 comes about, somebody comes up and then they can come and do
allocate a minimum amount and then put subject to, you know, increases in future commissioners court meetings, or you can strike it entirely and we can modify it at a later date, because I do believe we should pass it today, but as far as the amount of funds, you know, you can put a minimum amount subject to further increases by the court at a later date.
I'd say they strike it from the resolution today, the section 3 part that refers to funding for funds. And then as the items as that comes forth or something, then we can meet, have legal counsel and so forth, and we can determine then what it may be a cost share program or something like that, or just some kind of funding to help be part of the 391 that we can pass that. All right. So we'll strike section 3. Becky, you following all this? All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve or disapprove the resolution as read, striking section 3 regarding funding, and we'll address that as those items come to us.
Move to approve.
So moved by Commissioner Ward. Second by Commissioner Dotson. Yeah, down here says August. We're going to change that to September. But we can go ahead and sign it. Everybody can sign it. All the corrections are on this first page. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried unanimously. So they'll take care of 4R and 4S this morning for us. All right. If you want to leave right quick, and then we'll let all the noise settle back down. We'll continue back with our meeting if you're ready to go. All right, we'll get back on track now on our regular agenda here. We'll get back over to 4H this morning. 4H is the holiday calendar for the 2025-2026 holidays as presented. They're going to be
19. 19 and a half of the 2.
24 of them. Because there's state holidays and the federal holidays, so I have most every one of them are on a Monday except 2 of them are on a Tuesday. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 holidays.
No, that's not a holiday.
Oh, this is Commissioners Court meeting. I'm seeing, well, they're all on Mondays, that's all.
It's not.
Okay. There are holidays. Two. So 16 and a half holidays.
That's two personal.
Plus their 2 personal days. Okay. What you get that? Right at the very Thanksgiving Day, looks like Wednesday. All right. You feel better now? See if you're paying. I'm glad you were paying attention. Sorry about that. So the entertain a motion to approve the holiday schedule for 2025, 2026. There'll be 16 and a half holiday days along with 2 personal days. So moved by Commissioner Matavo, second by Commissioner Dotson. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried unanimously. All right, 2025, item I is approve and disapprove, discuss the 2025, 2026 renewal notice and benefit confirmation insurance. I have it right here. And our health insurance for the county went up a little over 6%. This current year, we're paying $961.34 a month per employee. The new rate's going to be $1,016.14. So that increase there, whatever that comes out to a little over 6%, I believe. And then it goes up across the board accordingly, according to employee spouse, employee child, employee children, employee family. So those are the new rates. This is plan 1,200 for a $30 copay, $1,000 deductible, 80% out of pocket, and a 3,000 OOP max. Prescription plan is $10, $20, $35, 0 deductible. It says our rate change is 5.7%. And these will all be pre-tax benefits and payroll. So entertain a motion to approve the renewal notice and benefit confirmation for insurance. And again, this insurance is through Texas Association of Counties. So moved by Commissioner Dotson, second by Commissioner Ward. Any further discussion on I? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried unanimously. That contribution part that she handwritten in there, that circled at the bottom. All right, item J, discuss and approve new agenda posting dates and agenda item submission deadline pursuant to House Bill 1522. Proposed schedule sets agenda posting dates for the first and third Tuesday of the month at 4 o'clock. Agenda item submission deadline for the first and third Monday of each month at 12 o'clock noon, with the exception of scheduled holidays, schedule attached. Legislative session changed the posting requirements of meetings from the 72-hour rule. We would post them on Fridays for Monday meeting. They now read 3 business days. So we'll post them Wednesday morning. Get them posted Tuesday afternoon, so they'll be posted all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, and all day Friday for the Monday meetings. And those are the calendar dates of those dates. So entertain a motion to approve those.
So moved.
So moved by Commissioner Metabo, second by Commissioner Dotson. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried unanimously. So that'll set those dates so we can get those out there. Next is this required cybersecurity training for Commissioners Court by Cybersecurity Government Policy Granting. Where are we at on that?
Do you want to wait and do that before y'all go into executive session? Because it's going to take a little while.
About 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, we can do that.
Or after, it doesn't matter to me when you want to do it, just,
We'll do it before we go into executive. All right, just item L then is discuss and approve budget amendment and countywide to cover payment to Kinney County Attorney's Office employee for the following vacation and comp time payout. 50 hours of vacation at $25 an hour, totaling $1,257.50, and 99.69 of comp time hours at $25 an hour, totaling $24.9225. Total amount is $3,749.75. Funds to be transferred from contingency equipment, line 01-2700-0819. This is a individual that was working in the county attorney's office. She's no longer working there. So by law, we have to pay her vacation time and her comp time. So this is on the agenda just to approve that we're paying it, but we're going to take it and authorizing the payment of funds to come from contingency equipment in this current year's budget. And this is something that Ms. Diane and I have been talking about, working on. We've talked before with you all a little bit about is the comp time issue and the vacation time. Right now, as an employee leaves on their own goodwill, there's no wrongdoing or anything like that. We owe them their vacation time and their comp time. As of September the 3rd for the county, that was about $104,000. So about $106,000 for the county, and that's in vacation time and comp time. So sick time, they don't get reimbursed. They're not entitled to payout on sick time. But on comp time, here's a list for everybody and stuff, and so forth. Just something we need to we're working on. So we're working on two or three different options to bring before the Commissioners Court. The end comp time, get it paid out, and don't have comp time going forward, and so forth. But bring two or three options to the table here for us to decide going forward. One of the big things is the elected officials and the department head. If a person asks for a vacation day or something, they need to exhaust their comp time before their vacation. So that's just something that we're working on. Part of that is just trying to get a grasp on where we're at here. Of course, a lot of that, the sheriff's office is a significant portion of that in their comp time and overtime. Some OLS employees as well. But it's every department has one or two people or more in each office that has a significant amount of vacation or comp time. So but we'll work on addressing that going forward and stuff. So entertain a motion to approve item L.
So moved.
So moved by Commissioner Ward, seconded by Commissioner Metabo. Any further discussion about this? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried unanimously. All right, item M this morning is to approve or disapprove a motion to accept an in-kind donation of $700 to the Kinney County Sheriff's Office from Ron Wiley. I'll entertain a motion to accept that and authorize those funds to go to the Sheriff's Office. So moved by Commissioner Dotson, seconded by Commissioner Metabo. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried unanimously. All right, item N, interlocal agreement between Goliad County and Kinney County for inmate housing. Sheriff Coe spoke a little bit on that just a while ago in his presentation to the court. Again, just looking for housing, trying to get closer. 70, this agreement's for $70 a day billed to the county, and so forth. Just gives us another place to put folks as we're confirming warrants and so forth. So I entertain a motion to accept the interlocal agreement between Goliad County and Kinney County for prisoners in the Goliad County jail for housing. So moved by Commissioner Matavo. Second by Commissioner Dotson. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. 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 All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item O this morning, discuss and approve Kinney County Public Library partner with Hope Center on a coalition titled Crossing. They say that? Yeah. Go ahead, keep going. Thriving together. That's the part I like. In collaboration with Methodist Healthcare Ministries of South Texas. Ladies, I want to come up and speak on this a little bit right quick.
Good morning. We have Ms. Watkinson here with us. She's with the Hope Center, and she's gonna, if y'all have any questions on us partnering up with the Hope Center, with the Prosperemos Juntos. It's gonna be almost like a training from 12 to 18 months. 18 months. For 18 months. And then from there, if we are good with the training, then they don't like to call it a grant, but it's gonna be.
We can put in a proposal to them for funding to accomplish things in Kinney County that are preventing people from having health equity. There is no guarantee that it will be funded, but the 18 months worth of training is really teaching us how to speak to one another, find out what is preventing people from Kinney County, from our neighbors, having that health equity. That health equity is not just about physical health, education, jobs, security. Thinking, if you're familiar with Shalom, thinking of the idea that there's nothing in the community that is needed for everybody to be successful and thrive, living together, thriving. So the first part that we're asking for is 18-month learning collaboration.
And this is one.
Just the program?
Yes.
Part of the requirements are that we have 3 partners. The first partner needs to be a 501c3, so that's the Hope Center. The second partner would be the library, and the third partner is Anita Anaya from the community garden. We are welcome to have more partners. The idea is that the partners are people that have a voice and are heard, but then other people on the commission are those whose voices are not heard. They are people of lived experience. So we're teaching people of those lived experience whose voices are not normally heard how to speak up. What is it that is preventing them from being successful? And that's what the whole first 18 months is all about. Even if we don't go further on after that to be funded, people will learn how to have their voices heard.
And that's part of our community resource through the library.
which would help us out.
Okay, these, so this flexible support, including required PLE compensation coordination funds, $15,000 gift. 9,000 of its engagement of persons who live with experience, 6,000 minimum for part-time coordination, 10 to 15 hours a month at $25 an hour.
Those funds, that 15,000, that's provided by the Methodist Health Ministries to us. Yes.
This is all to help with your 18-month.
Yes, yes.
And this is just a verbal agreement. There's no contractual agreement.
No, sir, no contractual agreement.
This is your training module.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna do an 18-month training, and then if the need is existing in the foundation is set, established in our 18 months, then we'll seek funding to continue the program through Methodist and outside and other funding availability.
From Methodist Health Ministries. For example, down in Carrizo Springs, they were in a previous cohort, and I believe they have received. They went through a much shorter period of time, but I believe they have received $3 or $4 million total for a 3-year project on things in the community. So moving forward, this has great promise for Kinney County. But again, there's no guarantee that whatever we come up with at the end of this process will be funded. So what we're focusing on is that education. And that was interesting because the Hope Foundation has the same kind of framework that this coalition has, because we were asked to participate in the Hope Foundation, and we just couldn't work with 2 coalitions at one time. So this coalition kind of thing seems to be forefront with a lot of different agencies now. We are going for the 18-month training because they found that that's much better than the 6-month training that they'd had with their previous cohorts.
Okay. I'm going to approve. All right, I have a motion to approve item O this morning by Commissioner Ward. Second by Commissioner Dotson. Any further questions for these ladies? Thank you.
Thank you.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. But now I would ask Watkinson to share with the court what Hope Center got the other day from Union Pacific Railroad.
Yes. So our wonderful grant writers, thank you so very much, to Candy and to Alma, wrote another grant for us for Union Pacific for our mental health program. Last year, we were awarded $10,000, and that provided off-site Zoom counseling for those in the county, free of charge for mental health counseling. This new grant of $20,000 is going to allow actually things here in Kinney County so that those who need mental health counseling can meet in person in Kinney County with someone, as well as for additional training sessions. And today from 9:30 to 12, the new counselors are going to be at the Hope Center just to meet them. And then starting at 1:30, there's going to be an anxiety and coping skills workshop for anybody who wants to attend. And again, that's free of charge. But those kinds of things are what's going to be allowed with that $20,000 grant that we are so very pleased with. Thank you.
All right, item P, Ricky, clerk, discuss November election and polling location. Tell me some good news.
So I've been dealing with the state quite a bit still on the polling locations. I have gotten it down to right now the number of people that we have registered voters in our county. We can have one polling location. So we've designated the Civic Center as early voting and as election day. For the November 25th election, it's going to be only constitutional amendments. The first week, it will be from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. On Saturday, the 25th, it'll be from 8 to 8. On Sunday, the 26th, it'll be from 12 to 6. The following week, Monday through Friday, it will be from 8 to 5. Thursday and Friday, it will be from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I've talked with Donna on the Hunters Roundup, and they were going to go in on Friday. We were going to try to change the hours. The state wants us to stay with the 12 hours on Friday, so they're going to go in actually on Thursday after we close in the afternoon at 6 and set up for Hunters Roundup because of the fact that Friday is a home game and it's also Halloween weekend. So, and I talked with her this morning about that. So everything's good to go.
Okay, then this will be, y'all will use the middle portion and the west side of the.
Well, if they're going to set up on that, we should be fine with just the middle section like we've always done.
Okay.
Yeah, because we can lock up the machines that night in the locked room.
Okay. Now, going forward, what's the likelihood of the community center being G?
I've already actually put it in for all of next year.
Okay.
And next year, of course, not in March election, they're saying, but in the May election, the dates, time, everything is going to change. Early voting is going to start not on a Monday anymore. It'll start on a Thursday. It's going to run for 2 solid weeks because it'll be 2 weekends. And another change with all that is that whenever the election hours are open, my office and Martha's office now have to be open also, those exact hours. So that is, you're looking at someone in the office all those hours now. And that includes Saturdays and Sundays.
That's a big expense.
Yeah.
That's the law.
Yeah.
Any questions, Rick? Well,
I've been talking with John Paul about all that, trying to get the Civic Center.
That we can get maybe consolidating everybody just go to the community center.
Right. When I was talking with the state, the legal department about it, I did explain all of our polling locations are within blocks of each other, They're so close. And because of the number of the registered voters we have, we did qualify for that.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Any more questions on the dates and times?
Have we made provisions for the added hours?
Probably not.
Yeah, this just came up 2 weeks ago with the conference.
Probably need to look at your budget. That's out for those. I'll talk to Miss Martha as well about her office staff.
Okay.
First, they'll probably need to increase those budgets. All right. And we probably ought to approve those hours for the county employees that would be working. We should probably approve those hours as overtime pay instead of comp plan. Just go ahead and pay them for those hours work during the election process.
That'd be great.
Good.
Because the election workers, we have to pay them the overtime anyways.
Item Q. On the table it again, the burn ban. What do you want to do? Everybody good with going another 2 weeks? Feel comfortable with going with the table on that for 2 weeks? Entertain a motion to table. The 9/22nd, September 22nd, 25. We'll put the burn ban on the agenda again to discuss it. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. So we table item Q till the 22nd. Dodson made the motion and Commissioner Tavo second. Is that what you're asking me? Item T is discuss and approve or disapprove proposed quote from Imprint Logo for the purchase of 200 6-inch mini plastic footballs in the amount of $513.96 for Kinney County Sheriff's Office. And the sheriff's requested these, the auction surplus funds be used to pay for this item. The sheriff, I think these things need to be as line item or in your regular budget because the surplus auctions, I mean, this is a annual expense basically for you. But I would encourage you to get those in your budget. Those like I've been talking to you about any renewal or anything.
You might be on the phone. His hearing aids transmit it.
Yeah.
I mean,
On your footballs and stuff, like we were talking about, like these items. These are annual expenses and stuff, so let's get those worked in your budget and not be using the surplus line all the time.
Okay.
Use that surplus line, that auction surplus deal. Like for me, like radio towers, that would be good use of those funds, a single one-time expense to get that tower put in, stuff like that. But just kind of start limiting ourselves in what we're spending here on the surplus, especially when it's annual renewals or licensing, things like that. Okay? All right. That being said, I'll entertain a motion to approve this $513.96 for the purchase of the football for breast homecoming game and breast cancer awareness footballs to be thrown out during the homecoming activities and to use the surplus auction funds for $513.96. So moved by Commissioner Ward. Second by Commissioner Dotson. So we need to really work with all those in favor say aye. All those opposed, same sign. We really need to work on getting those budgeted. Okay. Thanks, sir. Yeah, I thought you were coming up here to talk to us. Hang on, we're good.
when y'all hit executive session, let me know. I've got something to bring up.
Okay. We're gonna do Sheriff, we're gonna do our cybersecurity training and it'll take about an hour, so it'll be probably a little bit before lunch.
Okay.
I thought he was coming up here to talk to us. Yeah. All right, item 5, approved minutes. Don't have any, okay? No problem there. Item 6, request for departmental budget adjustments and review and or amend 2025-2026 budget as needed. Don't have any of those this morning.
Well, you did.
We did, but we voted, we took action on it. Approve the bills and disbursements to the applicable to Kinney County Detention Center. We have one this morning for that. I entertain a motion to approve that. So moved by Commissioner Dotson. Second by Commissioner Ward. Any further discussion on the item 7? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried unanimously. Item 8. Ratify and approve all claims, bills, and including payroll for Kinney County budget 2025-2026. You don't have any bills? No. Oh, there you go. He found. Not prepared for the vehicle. Oh. Here's number 2 you got there. Yeah, Becky. Page 2, the payment to Brown Automotive. They had it coming out of autopsies.
That sounds bad. Are y'all gonna go through security, cyber security training and then go into the executive session after that? So what time would that be?
Cyber security training probably takes about 45 minutes to an hour.
Becky, can you just call me whenever they go into executive?
See it. Came out of the autopsies.
Yes. Sure.
Page number 3, you've got David Mann and the top. Yeah, I'll speak. Okay.
That's actually the old.
Right. Pretty much. And then you see on page 3, the payment to Dennis, David Mann, Dennis Dotson.
Yeah, I did notice it. That's not the right one.
Yeah.
That's what it is, right? You think that's?
Yes, Bender. Bless you. Bless you. Becky did $3,500 to LGS on page 5. Conferences for the clerk. Coming out of seminars. We agreed to pay for that this one more year out of the abandoned auto account or the auction surplus account. We're gonna give them 2 years out of that, using those funds. That way everybody can get to go. And seeing that South Texas aggregate, I went and drove Anacostia Road yesterday. It's tore up pretty good. I sent a pretty blistering email this morning to that lady, and I carbon copied her on it because, we're working on a road use agreement, but they've already started destruction of the road. They're the big guys. Said I can put a sheriff's deputy at the end of that road, though. Nobody go down. Other than the landowners. But, we'll see how they respond.
That's pretty common for what they do. All the big guys. electric line.
What is the electric lines down 131 for? What are they going for? Compressor station?
As you're going towards Spofford, the one on the right is AEP's new line is their Spofford. Through the years, it was as much as a quarter to a half mile off to the left.
Okay.
And they're gonna do away with that line and use the
Right there.
line. And then the one on the left, it's the one that is the co-op. And I think it's going to serve the
One of those
compressor
two.
station.
One of those two down through there, down in the country.
So the one, that's kind of become power line road now. Just amazing. They reworked the crossing on 131, the railroad. Very, very rough.
The pads are great, but the exit going south is a little, it got me yesterday.
Yeah.
Coming back out, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go a little bit slower this time, but I slowed down anyway. But then when I got off, that's where the pavement hits the text dot, I'm like, whoa, that was a pretty good jolt.
Be
They're
careful.
supposed to put new tires in. They want to use the old one.
You just put new pads,
All them pigs.
walk out again. There's no hold on. Like driving a finishing nail in a 16 penny nail hole. It's just gonna walk back out. The pads are new, it looks like.
Yeah. Talk about the blowout flaps. Don't get much done.
Should we contact text dot? I mean, it breaks somebody. Yeah.
Before somebody gets hurt. Your whole Brandon. I will. But yeah, I noticed that yesterday when I went through. I thought, whoa, that's a pretty good jolt. They're coming back north now. Well, I go slow this time. I mean, I knew they'd been fixed, so I was like, I'll slow down a little bit. And I did. I slowed down quite a bit. All right, entertain a motion to approve item 8, pay the bills. So moved by Commissioner Dotson. Second by Commissioner Tavo. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Noting that
I'll abstain on the fire department.
Commissioner Dotson abstained on his, and Commissioner Ward abstained on his payment. All right, other items pertaining to county business. I'll be in Uvalde tomorrow. Eagle Pass Wednesday afternoon, evening for a deal. Other than that, I should be around most of the week. I don't know of anything else exciting going on. All right, item K, cybersecurity training. You ready?